So whenever the average person thinks about refinancing and actually doing this whole process, even though they're actually going to save money because of the lower interest rates, dependent, and you'll find that out and how to calculate it by the end of this video. But a lot of folks get scared because they assume, well, if I refinance, doesn't that mean I'm going to have to start all over? Because when you first get a mortgage, they basically show you something called an amortization schedule that shows you exactly how much money is being paid towards interest and how much money is being paid towards capital. Now, when you first start off, it feels like every single payment just gets eaten up basically by interest, and a very little amount actually goes towards the actual money you actually owe, which is kind of crazy, but it's because that's how it works. Because the way interest is calculated is based on the balance, right? The monthly balance. And in the beginning, in that first month, you're literally gonna have the highest balance you will ever have because you have the full loan right there. So to make this a lot more simple, the answer is when you refinance, you are not resetting your entire loan. You're not, for example, starting all over. It's not like when you get a mortgage, you pay the interest up front. Dave Ramsey says it very well, so that's what I'm going to say, just like him. But overall, it's not like when you get a mortgage, you pay the interest up front and then you pay capital later on. The answer is that's not true. So to make this example even clearer, let's say, for example, you're paying like 12% a year on a mortgage, which, by the way, is absolutely insane, but that has happened before in history, so don't be surprised, okay? But let's say you're paying, for example, 12%, okay? Now, if you divide 12 divided by 12, because you have 12 months in a year, you get 1% that's actually being charged to you per month. Now, if your overall balance is $100, well, that's 1% of $100, which gives you about $1 in interest. Now, if you go ahead and you refinance that debt and you say, well, I found a mortgage going for like about 6%. I want to refinance for that. The answer is, well, 6% divided by 12 gives you about 0.5%. And the answer is, if you lower your balance to $50, you're paying about 25 cents. If you still have the same $100, you're paying about like 50 cents or whatever, okay? The answer is you're not resetting anything because you're being charged on the balance you actually owe. If anything, you're just saving a bunch of money, but it just happens to look like, hey, I'm paying all the interest up front, but the answer is you are really not. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to calculate to see if it makes sense to refinance. I'm going to tell you the benefits of refinancing. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to do and what you don't want to think you're actually getting with a refinance, okay? Because some folks use it for the wrong reasons and they end up with not so great results. And I want to make sure you avoid all of those conflicts, okay? So as always, guys, like this video and top out, also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified because I have a lot more videos on passive income, financial freedom, and a lot of cool stuff on this channel. Now, the very first thing is this. So the very first question I usually get asked all the time, which is basically, Tommy, when does it make sense to actually go ahead and refinance? The answer to this question is in the question, and the answer is it makes sense when it makes sense to actually refinance, when you're actually going to be saving some sort of money, when it's actually going to benefit you in some way. Now, a lot of folks tend to assume that, well, if I refinance, and by the way, you usually have two types of refinancing. In this case, I'm using it to make it a lot more simple. You have, for example, the cash in, where you refinance, and even if you have, for example, extra value in the home, you don't take the money out, you just basically leave it in there. You also have, for example, the cash out, when basically you got the refinance, you have equity in there, but you take all the money out and you do whatever you actually want with it. And that's actually not what you want to do here, okay? Because a lot of folks use that money to invest, which is not a good idea. A lot of folks use that money, for example, to pay off debt, or for example, to go ahead and do a remodel on the kitchen or the roof or this or that. The overall goal with a refinance is to basically lower the cost, to save you money on interest, and to also help you basically go ahead and pay off this home a lot faster. That's the overall benefit. Because by the way, if you're a part of the long-term team, which by the way is this channel, the overall goal with a home is not to consider it, for example, an investment, although it is a good investment vehicle. It goes up with time, rent tends to go up, but once you get that mortgage, it stays the exact same. It's good stuff, okay? But overall, the main idea behind actually getting a home and owning a home is going to be to lower your cost of living and to have some built-in equity in there, to have that grow over time. And when the time does come, you could sell or you can just transfer that over to your kids, okay? But when you think refinance, do not think, for example, I'm going to refinance to take money out and do other things with it. Although all those things I said before, you should not do, you could do. You could refinance, for example, my home is paid off, okay? I could go to the bank, get an appraisal, refinance, well, not refinance, basically finance, I don't have a mortgage on it, finance my property, take that money, do stuff with it, but now what do I have? A loan balance, a payment, a responsibility, I have risks, I have things that are going on, okay? So the best thing is, if you have a mortgage, if you have a balance, just use the refinance process to save you money, to get you to your goal faster. And one big benefit is, for example, I always recommend everyone get, for example, a 15-year mortgage. So if you have a 30-year mortgage, if that's your term, you can actually get a 15-year mortgage. That forces you to pay off your balance a lot faster. That also saves you a ton of money in interest because you're paying your balance like 15 years earlier. That's a big deal, obviously. So here's how you go about figuring out exactly if a mortgage refinance is actually going to make sense for you. The answer is you're going to use a calculator. I'm not a mathematician to run these numbers in my head, so I just always go ahead and I use a calculator. Now, let's assume, for example, you have a $200,000 mortgage, okay? Whatever, okay? The payments are around like $1,885, okay? So obviously, you want to put in your real information, like what is the actual balance you actually owe, and what is your monthly payment looking like, and also what is your interest rate. Now, for this example, I'm using an interest rate of about 6%, okay? Because it seems to be pretty average, honestly, right? So if I'm looking to pay around $1,885 right now currently, and I have an interest rate of around 6%, this calculator is going to figure this stuff out very easily, okay? So look at this, okay? So $200,000 is how much I actually owe, the actual balance left, and my new interest rate is gonna be around 3%. So, okay. Now, if I have a remaining loan term of 15 years, I want to refinance for 15 years. Now, here's the overall thing. You will have closing costs when you actually refinance, but this should not scare you because some lenders, what they would actually do is they allow you to roll over those closing costs into your mortgage, or some of them actually have, for example, programs to help you actually cover those fees. But even if they don't, if mathematically it says you're going to save money, then it's obviously worth the extra expense. Now, that's going to be between 2% to 6%. And that's basically for, attorney fees, insurance, and everything else involved with actually closing this entire deal, okay? So I like to use high numbers for expenses. So in this case, I'm going to use a 6%. So when you hear points, think percentages, that's 6%, 6 points, okay? Now, application fee, attorney fees, title search, appraisal fees, local fees, others, credit check. So I'm leaving this all at 0% because I'm assuming it's 6% closing fee, and that's the highest, so I don't have to go about calculating all this stuff. Now, when I click calculate, it shows me my new monthly payment is going to be around $1,381 because I'm saving basically half on interest, which is actually a big deal. Monthly savings are $503. Difference in interest is about $90,690, and my total cost is about $12,000, like to actually, the 6 points here, to refinance. Now it says here, obviously, months to recoup cost is about 24 months because if I'm saving $500 per month, and basically 500 times 12 is 6,000, 6,000 times 2 is about 2 years, basically 12,000. The answer is it's only going to take me around like 2 years or so to actually make my money back. And over the life term of that loan, I'm saving about $90,000. So the answer is pretty obvious when you should and you shouldn't refinance, because the mathematics will show you everything you need to see. Now, obviously, if you have, for example, a 3.3 rate and you're trying to go to 3% or whatever, the answer is the math is going to tell you, hey, does the closing cost is actually going to cost you justify the change to actually try to refinance? And the answer is going to be in the numbers. It's actually that simple. Now, overall, I do want to, again, remind you guys something. A refinance is not, for example, a total reset. It's not you having to pay more interest, none of that stuff, okay? You're actually going to be saving money if it actually makes sense mathematically. And I actually have an aunt. She's paying around like 6%. And during the whole pandemic, when interest rate went like super low, she wanted to refinance, but she was basically scared. And basically her bank told her, no, we can't, blah, 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 blah. A whole story they gave her, but she never went ahead and shopped around. Rely on the math. Do not rely on people in banks to actually help you refinance. If it makes mathematical sense, then you go ahead and you get it done. But again, do not use refinancing because you could reset everything. If I say, for example, hey, I have this home, 100K, 100 in equity, I want to refinance, blah, 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 and I take that money out and I do something else with it. Well, in reality, now I'm basically resetting because basically I got to make all those payments all over again because I took the money out, right? But if you leave the money in and you're saving money on interest, it actually makes financial sense, okay? Now remember, overall, the goal with the home is to try to pay it off as fast as possible. And if you refinance, you want to save money. And also take into account, if you're going to refinance and you're going to recoup the cost in 2 years, but you're only going to stay in that property for like 6 months, then that probably won't make any sense, okay? So just make sure you're going to stay there for a while to justify the refinance, the upfront cost, and everything else to get your money back and to actually save money overall. All those factors are important. Don't use a refinance to remodel your kitchen, to remodel your bathroom, all this stuff, because you end up with a fancier house, but just more money that you basically owe a longer term. And in reality, you don't own anything until you own it, okay? So the minute you're still owing the bank, it's not your home. So better off to save money, try to pay it off, and then once it's paid off, you figure out a way to, remodel the kitchen and remodel this, but you do it with cash, so you can actually have more peace when it comes to financial freedom. But guys, that is it for this video. I hope it helped you. Comment down below if it did, and comment down below house if I know you made it all the way to the end of the video. And as always, guys, like this video and top out, also subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Up here is another video. Over here is my face. Click subscribe, and as always, long-term team officially out.